Do you know how to dab?
I can't hear you.
I asked, do you know how to dab?
Do I know what?
Do you know how to dab?
I can hear you, and I still don't know what you're talking about. So why do I have this list?
No, that list is there because.
Have you ever done an interview before?
I'm not very good at this, am I?
I don't know how you do. I don't know. I got some notes for you. We're gonna have to talk about this when we're done here. I think we'll work on your form a little bit.
Yeah.
Oh, you got my healing powers, right?
Yeah.
What else do you have?
I have your charming smile.
Yeah.
Yeah. I made you smile there, right? Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, Ryan Reynolds. A handsome man. He's not really this tall.
Do not
He's
adjust
only...
your television screen. I am, in fact, 9 feet tall.
He's much, much taller. Where are you off to, Ryan?
I'm off to find a snack. That's what filmmaking is. A lot of people think it's blood, sweat, and tears, but it's really just
snacking.
Commercial break-like tranquility. Snacks.
Yeah. Well,
more on this never.
Ryan Reynolds, ladies and gentlemen, off to find a snack.
A lot of talking about like how you act in the delivery room.
Yeah.
I'm in the room. You were in the room.
Yeah, for sure.
And you decided to play a song.
Yeah.
What did you play when your wife was in labor?
I jammed a little Marvin Gaye's "Let's Get It On." Yeah.
How did that go?
It was like steak knives came out of her eyes. It's like, are you me right now?
Is she talking in your ear while you're talking?
Kind of, yeah.
Why? How are you able to do that?
It's like having dinner with my mother, honestly. It's not any different, really. It's sort of, she has taught herself to continue talking while inhaling, which is something I've never been able to master. Yeah.
So we talked to Mark Ruffalo recently, and he said that
sorry.
I know. He's real hard work, that
Yeah,
one.
I know, right? What
Meanest
a diva.
guy in Hollywood.
Oh, yeah. About the director's bug is what they call it. And I think I got vaccinated for that a long time ago. I really have no desire to location scout. Right? Doesn't that sound awful?
It's the one thing that keeps you from directing.
Yeah, let's get up at 4 in the morning and go look at an abandoned warehouse outside of Detroit. No thanks. I'm all right.
Stan Lee said, and this must be a huge compliment, you were born to play this role the same way Robert Downey Jr. was born to play Iron Man.
Yeah. That's
what
it comes from Stan Lee. That's pretty awesome.
At the same time, he's saying you were born to play this sociopath.
Yes, he was.
Which is
yes.
I've
made several attempts on Stan Lee's life. An encounter between Deadpool and Donald Trump would be very, very ugly, I think.
Judging from your Instagram and interviewing Josh, you guys really did not get along, and he's just awful.
Just a terrible human being. Just absolutely method all the way through the press tour.
I don't know. Everywhere we go, there's like 1,000 people dressed as Deadpool on this tour. So obviously some people really want to be like him. It's exciting, though, going to these events and seeing people now dressed up as Cable and people dressed up as Domino. Yesterday, I saw a guy dressed up as Peter, who's the guy in the movie without any superpowers.
How are you feeling too, by the way? I know the wife unfollowed you on Instagram.
Yes, she did.
Is that
Very sad
hurt?
about
A
that.
little bit inside, or are you excited that now you're no
stings.
longer being kept tabs on?
It's a terrible way to find out that I've been kicked out of the house.
Okay.
I love that collaboration, and I think, I love working with directors. I don't like working with me.
I started in improv. I mean, that was my bread and butter when I was younger. I mean, I don't say bread and butter because you don't make any money doing improv, but I loved it.
A bit of bread.
Yeah, it was a bit of bread, maybe a little margarine.
And he knows it. That's why he's actually afraid.
And 6 months getting into incredible shape for the movie, but you said that you worked out like a British person. And I'm not entirely sure what you mean by this.
No. I for the movie, I tried to train like 1/10 of what Hugh Jackman does.
Right.
But when in my normal life, I train a little bit like a British person.
But
I've been to one British gym and everyone's sort of doing this, if I may.
Yeah.
It's a lot of this. It's a lot of.
That's true. That is it. You're absolutely right.
Yeah, and then they just go home. Like they do like 3 or 4 and they're done. I love it.
There's dull, there's drab, and then there's Deadpool. A movie so profoundly awful that I actually cried tears of joy when it was over. Review by Murraynator, which I suspect was not his given name.
Were your kids clamoring for a cameo in Deadpool?
Yeah, like I always think like let's put your kid, if you put your kid in show business, just skip the showbiz part, just put him straight into a rehab. Like I love that Mark put his kids in like in the background or something like that, but if I have, like I see people who are like, oh no, I want my child to be like, you know, the star of something, I'm always like, why? Yeah, no, nothing. There's nothing that can help. There's no space in that thing at all. When I put it on, I can actually taste my own genitals. It's disgusting. Yeah.
Well, I mean, at least the kids are young enough that they don't have to have that conversation that mummy and daddy aren't talking anymore.
That's
right?
true, yeah. Mommy unfollowed daddy on Instagram. My child would just fart and then walk away. Yeah.
He's a guy that comes from a sort of hyper-masculine style of filmmaking, yet if you meet him, he's so nice. The guy makes ice cream look like murder.
Your reason for living.
Yeah.
A couple of months after our first Deadpool interview, I was covering Comic-Con in Dubai, and then all of a sudden they were no longer dressed up as Pirates of the Caribbean, but everybody was dressed up as Deadpool.
Ha! Suck it, Jack Sparrow.
We're on track.
It's a game changer when the baby
great.
falls asleep. Oh, it's fantastic.
Yeah.
And is she talking?
Yeah, she's saying mama. Yeah.
I'm telling you.
You know what, though? You know what my wife doesn't realize, though? Is that she calls me mama, too.
Ah!
Seriously.
That's very interesting.
She calls me. I have to literally sit her down and tell her that penises don't work that way.
Yeah.
Ryan asks, Hugh, I heard that on X-Men Wolverine, you had specially designed lifts put in your shoes so you would appear taller than one of your co-stars. Is this true or just a silly fact?
It's true. I did.
Next question.
But it was a story with
Ryan, you and Blake have been married for?
Oh God, don't do this to me. 4 years. 3 years.
Are you guessing?
You have a baby daughter. Do you take a lot of pictures?
I take a crap load of pictures, but it's the digital age, so it's like, you know, my dad took, I mean, hundreds of thousands of photos, but not of us. I was about 18 years old, and in the middle of the dinner once, I grabbed the camera and I went in the bathroom and I just took a picture of my penis.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to see if he would naturally edit these photos at some point. Nope. He sent
it out?
Yeah. So I think there's one day, I hope it doesn't happen, but there's a penis picture of mine floating around somewhere.
Well, guess what?
Yeah.
We found it. Take
I have a twin brother!
Whoa.
No.
Incredible.
No, I don't. I ate my twin brother in the womb. All right, the first one is my new line of underwear made from thinly sliced organic ham. 9 weeks now, yeah, I do everything. Our baby in particular is we think, allergic to sleep. So
I don't think that's possible.
No, we joke that we think that she thinks that she's protecting us from like the sleep monsters.
Yeah,
like just I got to keep them up, or the sleep monsters look at them.
Yeah, no.
My new parenting book, 10 Easy Steps to Lower Your Child's Self-Esteem. It's an adorable microphone. I knitted this myself.
네. You can have it.
Thank you.
가져가셔도 됩니다. 네.
Thank you.
It's our
My
present.
wife would be very upset if I came home with a microphone.
네.
Believe me. Several thousand screaming Deadpool fans, and I realize they're mostly screaming for Deadpool, not necessarily for me, but it's still, that's just a kind of a mind-blowing experience. That if that felt normal, I would check myself into a hospital. But it's very unusual.
I'm really busy doing some stuff, and if don't give him too much attention. That's why I can't be there. There'll be sun. Happy birthday. Have a great night.
Let the dogs out.
Who
let them out? No one knows. No one ever solved that mystery.
All right. Okay.
Snacks, desserts. So this is a halabon, which is a type of orange that's on Jeju Island.
Yeah.
These are rice cakes, and they should probably have
Jeju or Jeju?
Jeju.
Okay. I thought you were talking about some booze there.
No.
Okay.
No, Jeju.
Okay, Jeju. God, he physically changed his entire body in 11 weeks for the movie. I've never seen anything like that. I've never seen a guy go from just a totally different shape in 11 weeks. Bulked up, lost every ounce of fat on his body. I mean, he was just this. everybody felt emasculated around him. I was like, oh my God, I can't even watch that. Like, it was crazy.
You look good.
Great look.
Are they real?
The boobs? Yeah, bit of a
You're lucky.
A- cup, but
Mine too.